Hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV, and boys, I want to start off this video the usual happy cheery way, but it's just not good news. Basically, it's a Redmond roundup. It's not going to be one of the longer edited ones. I'm basically just talking about Jurgen Klopp's press conference going into the Manchester City game on Sunday. Obviously it took place earlier. For some reason I thought it was tomorrow, but tomorrow's Saturday, so dumb. But he talked about a few things, got asked a few questions as always, and there's loads of stuff to dive into in terms of some of the things that he said. We're going to be talking about Firmino, we're going to be talking about Thiago Alcantara, because obviously finally we've got an update. It's not the update that we're all going to want, some of you will probably even know by now, but let's just get right into it. So the first thing that we're going to get into is what Klopp said when he was asked about Firmino, and this is what he said. Bobby was in so many games, he was the difference maker for us, with or without scoring, which is absolutely true, by the way, and if people cannot see it, then I cannot help them. And this is what I have been saying to people. I've been saying, give Bobby his fucking respect, because even though he might have not just scored a hat-trick against Atalanta, and I've done my preview, I've done my starting 11 prediction, you can go and watch that and, you know, see who I think will start. But if Firmino starts against City, you cannot be against it. He is notoriously known for having a good game against Manchester City. No one can disagree with me on that. And the fact that Jurgen Klopp is defending his man is absolutely what I think he should be doing, because Bobby Firmino has done so much. And I'm not just saying love Bobby because he's been a great servant to the club, but love Bobby because he does just do so much more. It's just the fact he wears a number 9, people expect the goal aspect side of things, and because he's delivered that before at a good level, we expect it again. But that's not the main aspect of his game. Do I think his finishing hasn't been on par recently? Yes. Do I think Jota should start over Firmino? Go and check out my preview if you want to find that out. But I'm just trying to offer to you that if he is to start, don't just put your nose down to it. We know Firmino can turn up. If he doesn't turn up, then you have got to start putting into consideration that Jota, Mane and Salah had great fluidity, but you just don't disrespect him, is all I'm trying to say. But let me know in the comments down below, because I'm not completely 100% right. Obviously, everyone you are more than welcome to have your opinions on it and stuff like that, so make sure that you leave that in the comments down below. But I will get into the thing that you probably clicked on the video for, which is about Thiago Alcantara. I just wanted to touch on Firmino briefly there. I will touch on that situation again a bit more in a bit, because we've got City on Sunday and it's a big situation to talk about. But on Thiago, this is what Klopp said when he was asked. No, Thiago is probably not ready to return. No surgery needed, but it was still an injury, and this type you look day to day. When he has no problems anymore, he can train. That's not the case yet though with Thiago. Boys, it's worse than what we thought. For fuck's sake, it's worse than what we thought. Thiago Alcantara's missing this game. There's no report on when he's going to come back. I don't know what the fuck to say. I don't know what the fuck to do. I just want to see that sexy, gorgeous Brazilian, Spanish, Italian, all into one combined gorgeous man back on that pitch and performing passes like what he done at the end of that derby, mate. It's a big miss, and you know that in this game against City, he would be huge. Him versus De Bruyne, the two absolute high IQs of football, probably two of the highest IQs in world football at the moment in them two players. Would have been nice, but now it's looking like that we're going to have to go with a different option. Will it be Curtis Jones? Will it be James Milner? Will it be Naby Keita? Let me know who you'd like to see in the comments down below and find out what I thought in my previous video. But no, mate, that's enough on Thiago. That's enough on Firmino. I am going to talk about a few more things that he talked about in his press conference as well. But it's just not ideal, do you know what I mean, the situation there with Thiago, because it would be nice to see him back into the team. He is vital, and if Thiago was to start, you could probably throw in a shout that it'd be okay to see Firmino start, because some of Firmino's best footballers came with good, you know, flary players behind him. You look at his highest scoring season in 17-18, Coutinho was there for half of that season, and he has a lot of flair, he has a lot of skill, Coutinho, so I think Firmino will do better if Thiago was there, hence why if Thiago was available, I'd probably be more confident if Firmino played. But Thiago isn't there, therefore I don't know if I want Firmino to play for that reason. It's a big head fuck, and when you're playing a team like Manchester City, you need to have more of a set team, in my opinion. That's why it could not go into our favour when it comes to Sunday. It's going to be proper mad. But also, Klopp talked about Melwood. Obviously, Liverpool are leaving Melwood. It's not something that I've touched on this channel, and my opinions on it about leaving Melwood is simply it's obviously, it's got great history. You know, if you're a Scouser, there's not a chance of not being to Melwood. And, you know, even years ago when you could look over the walls and stuff, they made that so you couldn't really do it. But you could still quite easily access a photo with a player, do you know what I mean? Now they're moving, you know, to the kid. This is what Klopp has had to say, because obviously they're leaving this weekend. This is what he thinks about it. It's mixed emotions, 100%. It's played a big part of my life. I really like it. It's a special place, but always good with the people in it, and we will take those people with us to Care, because that's where they're moving to. And that's always good to see, mate, that they're just carrying the same positive energy. And if you don't know about our new training ground, it's absolutely fucking fantastic. And also, Klopp will now be able to watch the young youth players and the first team, because before you would have had to travel quite a distance to go and watch the youth players. So now they've got them both quite close together. The youth team will be mixing with the first team, not in training, but they'll be able to see them training, which gives them the initiative to train harder and get in there with the big boys. So I like that. I like the moves that Liverpool are taking. Obviously, it's devastating that about Melwood. We'll miss it, but it will always be a legendary place. Now, Klopp on how Gomez has really stepped up in the absence of Virgil van Dijk. This is what he had to say. He had so many different defensive partners. This is one thing I said in my video. He's played with Fabinho, he's played with Reece Williams, he's played with Nat Phillips, literally back to back, and to do that is not an easy thing, people, trust me when I tell you. So very good from him. But this is what he had to say. He had so many different defensive partners. He is always the kid in the lineup before, but in life everyone has to grow. He's used the last few weeks. He was thrown in cold water and did really well. Fucking boss, mate. Lovely to hear every part of that sentence, because it's right. Gomez deserves a bit more praise. He has a very shaky start to the season, but he weren't the only one in that Villa game who played bad. I know people look at that Villa game and be like, fucking hell, Gomez. He's been solid since, with Matip against Everton, with then Fabinho going forward, then with, what's his face, who the fuck, then with Nat Phillips, then with Reece Williams. He's had four, you know, Van Dijk, Matip, Fabinho, Reece Williams, Nat Phillips. So 5 different centre-back partnerships just over recent weeks. And we've been able to keep a few clean sheets. We've been able to keep that to some of them results to 1-0s and stuff. That's boss. And I have always said, Joe Gomez, I think even after that Villa game, he is still the centre-back to take us forward. He is probably the future starting centre-back for not only Liverpool but England as well. And it looks like Klopp has that same faith in him, so I always love to see it. And then Klopp on facing Manchester City. Obviously, the game that we've got on Sunday, he says it's a very difficult game, hopefully for both teams. It's so early in the season. We need to line up our fittest players and play the best we can. This is one of the most difficult games to play in the world. It's a really tough task. I think that's just what every Liverpool fan thinks, basically, but in a German broken English. So Klopp just says it right. City are difficult. They're going to have a lot of possession of the ball. They're going to try and beat us on the wings. They're going to try and do all that. They've got Raheem Sterling. They've got De Bruyne. Obviously, like I said, I've already done a preview. But when it comes to the Jota situation, when it comes to the Firmino situation, it's just back whoever plays, back the manager's decision. He hasn't made many wrong decisions. Now, if he starts Firmino after Jota's just got a hat-trick and Firmino misses a big chance in the 80th minute, that costs us 2 points. Say if it's 1-1 in the 80th minute and Firmino misses a big chance, then yeah, understandably, you can criticise Jurgen for making that wrong call. But just back the decision while it's taking place. No point in going on Twitter, what the fuck's Klopp doing here? Save it for after the game, but also don't use anger as the way that you use your emotions. Put it in a perspective like, yeah, we made a mistake today. Now we know we can't go with Firmino going forward, or now we know, Jota was just a hype train. I'm not saying that he is. I don't think he is. I think Jota and Firmino are both absolutely fucking class. But you'll have to just go and watch the Manchester City preview and the prediction, because that's where I can really properly explain it well to you. But no, that was just a few things that Klopp had to say in his press conference before the City game. Let me know what you think. Obviously, no Thiago. It's a debate between Firmino and Jota. It's going to be an interesting lineup. It's going to be an interesting game. Let me know everything that you think that I've talked about in this video. Again, want to be a bit more positive, but it's a bit hard when you've just found out like the best midfielder in your team is not available. Well, maybe some people. Well, you want to put Thiago as the best midfielder when Henderson's been doing what he's doing. You get what I mean, though. In terms of class and in terms of quality, he's head and shoulders the best player we've ever signed, let alone right now. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. Thank you for watching this video. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, and I'll see you later today.